Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. Before we continue, we'd like to remind you that all our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. I'd also like to urge you to please interact with the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app on the Android, iOS, and Windows platforms. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. You're watching News Across Nigeria. Facts about Sokoto State now. In the northwestern part of the country, it's called the seat of the Caliphate, and proudly so because of its historical importance for the Islamic religion in Nigeria and even current significance as well. Sokoto State has been known as a citadel of Islamic learning in Nigeria. The Sultan of Sokoto, the spiritual leader of Muslims in Nigeria. The Governor Aminu Tambawal, former Speaker, House of Representatives. Your memories about some facts of the great states in Nigeria. Sokoto State you just saw in the northwest. In the southwest, in a bid to bring healthcare services closer to the people, particularly during emergency situations, the Lagos State Governor, Akinwumi Ambode, has given 20 mobile intensive care units, ambulances, and 26 transport ambulances to general hospitals across Lagos State. The governor said the ambulances will be deployed free of charge for Lagosians in need as part of his promises to run a government of continuity with improvement. He said the 26 transport ambulances will be stationed at the 26 general hospitals in Lagos State for easy access, especially in the hinterlands. The governor also says that he has given approval for the recruitment of more paramedic staff and special medical coordinators to ensure 24-hour service for citizens. Take a listen.
Your camera, go back.
This will widen the coverage of our services beyond the metropolis to the hinterlands within the state. In total, we are launching 46 new ambulances today. What this ambulance service does is that it's toll-free, and beyond accident victims, anybody can call on 112 24/7 so that this thing can be of free service to all our citizens. We have invested a lot of efforts in improving the health sector in our state. The objective of this program is to give community health back to our people through a primary health care service that works every hour of the day and every day of the week. All our general hospitals will now have new mobile X-ray machines to reduce the cost of patients doing X-ray outside the hospitals. Additional equipment are on the way. Other components of this program, which we have set in motion, include the upgrading of the infrastructure, the facilities and services of the Ekpe, Badagry, Ikorodu, Alimosho and Bagada General Hospitals, as well as Lekki and Amuwo Odofin Maternal and Child Centers to international standard.
As the Lagos State Governor, Akinwumi Ambode, from the southwest Lagos to the north-central Kwara, the Kwara State Governor, Abdul Fattah Ahmed, has blamed the delay in constituting its cabinet on the financial crisis the state is currently experiencing. This follows the criticism from different quarters in the state regarding that delay. The governor maintains that with the limited resources available to him, he needs to do proper planning before constituting his cabinet.
This is Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Although business seems to be going on as usual, some of the citizens are worried about the delay by the state government to constitute its cabinet to run the affairs of the state.
The delayment of our constituted cabinet by the state government is quite unusual. We know the essence of having working body definitely going to fast track the good governance in the state.
The governor has explained that he needs proper planning in order to manage the limited funds in the state.
We are all aware that we are coming out of a huge financial deficit, largely perpetrated by the last PDP-led federal government administration, which has brought us to levels where it's even almost becoming difficult, unbelievably difficult, for states to meet up with their salaries. So it will be very much out of place for me to come in and immediately appoint commissioners. Commissioners to do what? Firstly, we must look at the financial status. I have the plans. I have a 4-year plan. I have a 20-year plan in my hands. But I can't execute any plan without resources.
But that explanation doesn't seem to go down well with the opposition party, the PDP. The state chairman of the party has threatened to sue the governor.
Anything that goes beyond a month or a month and a half before picking a commissioner for an established government of a second term like his own is outrightly illegal. And that is why I've told them that we will soon go to court to make sure that just one man is not running the government. One man cannot continue to run the government.
For now, the people of Kwara State may just have to wait patiently for the announcement of the new cabinet members.
And now to the southeast, the Anambra State Police Command has vowed to clamp down on all forms of criminality in and around the state to redeem the image of the police force. The State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Hassan Kaduma, told newsmen at the command headquarters in Oka, the state capital, during the lining up, that is, parade of suspects arrested for several crimes, including 2 policemen apprehended for armed robbery. Ideally, the police is meant to enforce the law, not break it. But in this case, the story is different. At the police headquarters, Oka, the Anambra State capital, the suspects, among others, are these 2 policemen who allegedly were involved in armed robbery and impersonation. This 29-year-old Peter Ilo is a corporal serving at Tuguta, Imo State. He was arrested for armed robbery by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, Okuzu, in Anambra State.
What led me into robbery is a friend that I know where I used to smoke that told me that he came back from Abidjan. The way he spent money, you understand, that was why I go into armed robbery.
The second, a constable, dismissed from the police force, is accused of parading himself as an officer to extort money from motorists. The police commissioner warns the public to beware of fraudsters.
The federal government has given the police an opportunity to recruit members of public into the force, 10,000 precisely. The modalities are still being worked out. I want to warn members of public, nobody should give out money to anybody in the guise that he knows the IG, he knows the commissioner of police, he knows any senior officer. If he gives him money, he will get his ward, his son, his relation recruited into the force. Everybody should be wary.
Other suspects are paraded alongside these men, and these are the weapons and phones allegedly used for their operations. The police commissioner says they are not leaving any stone unturned in making the state uncomfortable for criminals.
We are going to operate what we call an Operation Odor, that is Operation Peace. That operation is going to be launched in a week or 2 weeks' time from now.
Staying with issues concerning crime across the Nigerian states, now in Edo State, the youth in Benin City have staged a peaceful protest over what they describe as continuous harassment by men of the State Police Command who claim to be going after internet fraudsters in Edo State. The group is calling on the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Solomon Arache, to urgently intervene in the matter. In his reaction, the Edo State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Stephen Onwoche, said no formal complaint has been made regarding the allegations before they embarked on the protest.
Although they are not placards carrying protesters, these youths say they have a strong message for the police hierarchy in Edo State and to the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Solomon Arase.
They are not anti-armed robbery, they are not anti-criminal, they are not anti-kidnappers. All they concentrate on, they hunt a young boy that is driving a flashing car, they hunt people that with laptop. Anybody that is doing laptop with legitimate work, they think it's a Yahoo boy. They will carry them to ATM, they will go and collect money, they will collect money from them, they will decide someone from the way. Some, they will take them to police station, they will collect money, lowest 1,500,000 they will be collecting. Police were here when they were killing our youth in Edo State. They couldn't do anything, if not the intervention of the IG.
Their complaints did not stop there. There are also accusations against a certain police officer.
They are now, disturbing our youth who are going about trying to get paid legitimately, trying to earn a living. They are embarrassing them left, right, and center. This is unacceptable.
All accusing fingers point at men of the Edo State Police Command. But the Command Public Relations Officer, Mr. Stephen Onwoche, says the command has not received any of such complaints by these youths prior to this protest.
The point is that as it stands now, we have not gotten any report of that nature. Are you getting me now? But if I understand what you are trying to say, that some persons say people doing fraud and whatever, blah, blah, all those things. Well, until we get such report, that is when we can be able to comment. It is common knowledge that most young boys nowadays, what they do is to use unscrupulous means to swindle money from members of the public.
At this point, it is important that the complaints by the youths are adequately investigated in order to nip in the bud a possible breakdown of law and order.
You're watching news across Nigeria. From there, we will visit with the northwest state of Kaduna after the break, where there is a complaint by the state government about fraudsters in their employ. Stay with us.